Shoot, shoot, shoot,
So you coming in?
shoot. Yeah. Oh, what y'all know about that?
A
What
wise
y'all
man
know
half, but
about that?
who know what movie that's from?
If y'all know what movie that from, I go ahead and give y'all a free DVD copy of it. So,
It's a free DVD copy.
We
yeah.
They
don't
got
know.
DVD copies of that still floating around?
It's still good,
Uh,
man.
We don't know.
you don't
Probably at the
remember?
Slauson.
Oh,
Probably at
definitely
the
at the
Slauson.
Slauson.
Yeah,
Slauson got
Slauson.
everything.
Sure.
Man, you name it. How y'all
Sure.
doing? We back again for another wonderful night of movie. Y'all can finish it off.
Fight night.
Right now.
So last week, twice
Where the
just
champ from
embarrassed
last
us.
week won't be the champ from this week.
I don't know, man. Oh boy, man. He was letting us have it last week. That was insane, man. Life was a great movie though. You know what? And it did
That's
come down
life.
to, man. It came down to two
Life.
monsters. Life and Belly was, and I thought I thought the Wood was really gonna get there because that was a great movie as well. And Zay, even though I was with you with Blade, they just didn't respect
Did not,
that genre of movie.
did not respect. So disrespectful, man. It's starting to be a common theme for me, man.
Yeah, you know what? I think they just hating on you, bro. That's all it is, man. They
Bro,
hating on you.
Bro,
You know.
Denzel didn't have them tights on the whole movie, bro. You probably would have slid up in there, dog.
I think it
probably
was the
would've slid.
haircut. I think it was the haircut. He had that bowl cut with the Z on the side, the Zion.
That dude can walk and a vampire in the daytime, homie.
He was a day walker. He was a day walker.
The day walker.
Yeah. So look, tonight we got the second round, and it didn't get easier. It did not get easier. This week probably is a little bit more rougher than last week. As you can see, we lost one. He'll be back next week. Compton Dave. His son had a basketball game tonight, so
That what he say.
that's what he say. I think he's a little scared.
I'm gonna need some footage.
Yeah. We gonna have to see if that was actually the case or if he was just pulling our leg.
Right.
But yeah, we got some heavy hitters in the building tonight, and it's only right that the champ goes first, cause he's the champ. Now let's see. I'm gonna eeny meeny miny mo y'all to see if Pat or Zay is
Are y'all ready for me to go?
first.
You said the champ. You said the champ.
I said the
My
champ.
fault.
I did say the champ, huh?
You called my name, so my fault.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we talking about the champ it is. Oh, okay. Let me go back on
yeah,
mute. My bad.
yeah.
I thought you just meant the champ.
I
My
was just gonna ask for your credentials because I don't see none.
He left him at the
Hey,
Slauson
line that
Squad
fade
meeting.
up, man. Line that fade up, man. I ain't turned nothing down, man.
All right, here we
He
go.
calling me out.
Here we go. All right, so we gonna line it up out the gate. So the champ is currently holding his movies for the week. Is I can't even say this with a straight face. Is Baps that is one of his movies. Then he got Love Jones, and he got a heavy hitter again. He got Friday. Friday is a beast. It is almost part of culture in the neighborhood. Like I think everybody has seen Friday.
Hey, G, let him make his arguments, G.
Okay, I'm gonna get out the way.
Sure.
And the contender and
You
the
ain't
other
say nothing
ring.
about the movie, Pat. I ain't never seen a nervous champ.
Yeah, he said shaking in his boots. Hey, so the contender, he got a couple questionable ones, but he has a monster as well. So first one is Booty Call. I don't know how you gonna pull that off. Now his other two is real respectable. He got the Nutty Professor. And can I get a drum roll, Zay? Zay, can you give me a drum roll, brother? Bad Boys. Mike Lowry.
Oh, lie.
Why nobody
Yeah,
know
hey.
Martin character name?
Man, Mike was a bad boy. Mike was a bad boy. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get at it. Twice. Who you gonna throw out there first, my brother? Man, who you gonna go ahead and let out the gate first, my brother? And you on mute.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know.
all right.
I was thinking if I muted, I wouldn't hear Pat, but it wasn't. I wasn't muting the earphones. I was muting my mic.
Wow. Wow.
But I will say this: believe it or not, I ain't gonna just come out swing. I'm gonna come out Baps. I just leave it at that.
Okay. Hey. So Pat, you gonna swing against Babs? Is that light work?
You know what, man. Twice. Come on, man. I play this game just like you do, brother. So if you gonna come out with Baps, I'm coming out with booty call, brother. You ain't about to catch me slipping in these streets.
So this like spades, basically.
Yeah.
Your boy threw out a 3, and you gonna hit him with a 4. You ain't gonna throw that king out.
Hey, listen. As long as I didn't throw off when I got some over here, I'm good.
I feel you.
I'm good.
All right, Champ, go first. Can you please explain me why Babs is a better movie than Booty Call? And I'm really anxiously waiting to hear your response to this one, bro.
Well, what I'm gonna really do, man, is I ain't really gonna speak too much to Booty Call. I'm gonna let him drop the ball himself. What I'm gonna do is speak to Babs. I know I'm on the clock, so what I like about Babs, man, is when you get past the hairstyles and all that, the comedy part that people felt was funny and made it feel like it was less worthy of a movie. What you find is 2 waitresses from Georgia, right, with a dream to be entrepreneurs, but they didn't have the means to make it happen. They watching Niecy and what's her name, Mickey watching. Excuse me, they watching TV, right? And they see a commercial. What the commercial is for? It's for like video dance girl of the world, right? So when people want to make it big, where do they go? Hollywood. They had a dream. They saw opportunity. They get on the plane. They go to LA. But see, the thing about it, the thing that gets me the most is when Holly seen that commercial, she said, it's a sign from God. Bro, if God in it, you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? It might not always go the way you want it to go, but it's going to work out. So what you getting at, Twice? They thought they were finna go make it big being in the video, right? That falls through. Things don't always go like we want them to go. It fall through. Next thing you know, they on a state of Mr. Blakemore, right? Why did they go to LA? They wanted money to make it big, to open up this soul food hair salon restaurant. Long story short, Mr. Blakemore kicks the bucket. Boom. He leaves them everything. They had a dream. They went for it. They knew God was in it. It didn't quite look like they wanted it to look, but at the end of the day, chasing your dreams is always better than chasing a booty call. Now, you talk about booty call, sir.
Wow. You know what?
I asked that last statement be stricken from the record, man.
We're gonna ask that the jury strikes that last comment from the record.
Overruled.
Hey, listen.
I didn't see that coming, Pat.
No, you know what, man? Hey, listen, man. Twice is an artist at what he do, man.
He's really good.
He's an artist at what he do, man. First of all, let me say this. I don't know if what he recalled to us was the movie Baps. I think there's a couple scenes he put in there that he stretched a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then second off, as a Christian African American, I think Baps was a little racist. I think it was about slavery. They went to the man's house. The man had to get them money and put them on. But I'm gonna let you explain that. I'm gonna go into my movie. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Booty Call. Now listen, y'all. I know what you're thinking. It's a Christian show. Where does Booty Call fit in? Listen, y'all. All of us had a life before we came to Christ. Let me just start off by saying that. We all had a life. Now we don't glorify that life. However, we can look back at that life, at some of the moments in that life, and realize, there was highlights in us being fools. Now, Booty Call is one of the movies. Now, the scene where the boy came out of the room, y'all, and he had himself wrapped up in plastic, y'all, because he was trying. The man was trying to use the saran wrap. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey, listen, it is what it is. He had to poke a hole through it. It is what it is. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even though they was having premarital relations, one thing that we stress in this group is brotherhood. and they had brotherhood in the shenanigans that they had going on. And here's another reason, you know what I'm saying, that I really picked this movie, because this was early on in Jamie Foxx's career. At the time, Vivica Fox was one of the leading African American female actresses at that time. And out of all the movies that we got, Vivica Fox ain't in a lot of them movies. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Vivica. I believe she is a sister in Christ. I know Jamie is a brother in Christ. What else do we got to say? Twice? Huh? What else do you got to say about a slavery movie against a brother and sister in Christ trying to make their way in Hollywood? I'm out of here.
My closing remarks. He said it's a slavery movie. I'll put it to you like this. They went to L.A. They dream failed. They ended up with Mr. Blakemore. When he died, what did he do? Well, I don't want to tell you what they do. I'm going to tell you what they didn't have to do. They did not have to fight for reparations. He left it all to them. They ain't have to fight for them. Not only did he take him while I was there, he left them more than they even deserved. They ain't fighting for what's theirs. He left them what was his. Finality.
All right. Closing remark. One of the takeaways from the movie Booty Call is that my boy was trying to be like Jamie. He wanted to be ultra aggressive. He wanted to force the issue and all of that. And if you look at the moral of it all, it's really about being comfortable in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's a point that I stress as a Christian man of God. Look, be comfortable with who you are. You don't have to rush and be like the world. And, you know, in this movie, Jamie represented the world. And my man's in them who was a virgin was trying to move too quick. And sometimes we do that even in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that I see from that movie that we can still glean from today as men of God. Now go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Hey,
and if you ain't comfortable in your dream, if you ain't comfortable in yourself, like he said, you'll never chase your dreams.
Hey, ain't he over his time limit, man? My goodness.
Oh yeah, this definitely have extended longer than I first initially thought it would go.
Wow.
Zay, can you give me your vote, please, brother? Are you rocking with Babs or are you rocking with Booty Call?
Check this out. Your boy Pat almost turned it into the Passion of Christ.
Didn't he though?
Did that?
Yeah, he. Hey, I was like, was that the movie?
It was not.
Okay, I was just checking, bro. I was checking because I seen it a couple times, and I was like, was that?
Hey, man,
did that?
This close. You was this close.
Pat did what Pat do.
You was this close. You should be a lawyer. You was this close.
Man, if I ever get caught up in a jam,
not a chance. I'm rolling with Babs, bro.
You got Babs?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I
just thought the same thing.
I enjoyed Twice's explanation of it, because you know it was a good explanation. But if I have to be honest with myself, the better and funnier movie was Booty Call. Booty Call was absolutely. It was Tommy Davidson and Jamie had a chemistry that was just. It was like the passing of the torch, because you know Tommy was that guy, and Jamie was like, "Okay, I'm up next." So this is gonna have to be a split decision. This is a draw, because I have to go with Booty Call. So
I thought it was about the fight, though, man. I whooped it.
You had a great fight.
Did they get anything in that movie? I know it's called Booty Call, but I don't think they even
at the end.
At the end.
But I turned it off before that happened, though.
That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, I turned it off, man.
Pat knew.
Yeah. All right. So
what's
look,
up, EA?
we gonna go to the next one. We gonna go to the next one, and we gonna go ahead and hit the diagonal thing. So me and Zay gonna run it up right quick. Zay got some beasts. Actually, Zay has a very good chance of being tonight's winner because he just got a ridiculous lineup. My man is sitting on a thin line between Love and Hate, which is a classic. I mean, you got Martin in his like prime. Bobby Brown was in the movie, right?
Yes.
Bobby Brown was in the movie, and it was filmed in the hood. So everything was super familiar when you seen it. Like I know that spot. You
Go ahead and
know,
make that case for me.
I'm
Yeah.
shut up right now. His second joint is Set It Off, and Set It Off, man. Just the scene with your girl Queen Latifah and the Lolo at the end. It was very cinematic.
Cleo. That was the name.
And man, man. And last but not least, he has Dead Presidents. Soundtrack alone,
Great.
man, monster. So I have some that are maybe not as well known, but are really, 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 really good movies. My first joint is Eve's Bayou. Samuel L. Jackson did a phenomenal job, and if anyone was familiar with the Showtime series that just came on as late, I forgot the name of it.
No, we didn't
But
watch it.
she's the lead actress. So nobody watched it. She's the lead actress in that joint, but she was a little girl in this movie then. So it was really fire.
Her name is Journey Smollett.
There you go. And who's her brother? Her brother is real.
The dude that was in Empire.
In Empire is her brother. I didn't know that, and that blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's her brother. But she is super talented. Like,
Very talented.
I mean, her acting ability is just off the charts.
Her brother as well. Remember, he got.
Yeah, he was walking the
up.
subway. Yeah, and the two African dudes got him. Yeah,
Very good actor.
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah, that was Jesse.
Oh, Jesse.
Oh, Jesse. My second joint. Now, y'all got to give this movie credit. Don't hate on this movie. Vampire in Brooklyn is probably one of the funniest joints that didn't get no like big screen success at all. Like, it totally flopped when it went to the big screen, but when it came to the house and we was able to watch it on cable TV and everything, your boy, when the ship hit the dock and he started talking about ahoy, like, dude, he passed away what, a couple years ago? Like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, Pop.
Yeah, Pops. Funny dude. And my last joint is pretty good. I got The Preacher's Wife, which man, I love that movie. Denzel, Whitney, man, wow.
Was it Courtney B. Vance?
Courtney B. Vance. He was in the movie with Journey Smollett as well. Yeah, Smollett. You know her name. But go ahead, Zay. What you gonna throw out since you holding all aces?
Man, I am holding all aces. But I'm gonna go one ace. I feel like just bopping you upside the head, but I'm going to go with Dead Presidents.
I kind of figured you was gonna do that. All right. I'll take your Dead Presidents and I'll raise you Vampire in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Go ahead, champ.
First of all, I'm just saying, just like you said, the soundtrack was phenomenal.
It was.
You knew every song.
Every song.
All the way through. So now you got a young man, grew up in a decent family. Because this happens a lot sometimes. And sometimes we stray away. You know what I mean? So he started running numbers for, what was my boy name? Kirby.
I just remember him in a pool hall.
In the pool hall.
when he caught up with him.
First, he was doing stuff with the milkman, but it's just a coming of age story. It was just so many scenes that I can run with. Even the pool hall when he beat up
he let him have it.
Terrence Howard
with the perm. Cowboy.
You know, so the cast was crazy. We had you had Kirby, you had Clifton Powell up in there. I don't know.
Who was the dude with the fake leg?
Pinky, that's Kirby.
Pinky,
so
yeah.
Pinky was the dude that was pimping his wife when he came back.
Right. We won't even go into that scene because that broke my heart.
broke my heart. So you had heartache, you had coming to age before he left to the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the scene? It's all relatable. His first time with Little Mama, and she was like, "That's not it." That's not it. Y'all remember the moments, man?
Yeah, I recall that.
But it was a ton of scenes. You see the Black Panther movement within the movie. You saw the ills and the trauma from being in the war. On top of that, man,
and she was a writer for him. She was an actual writer for him.
She was a writer, and the sister was a writer.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Yeah,
the sister was a writer for him, man. So it's just a common case of what we've been used to, man, and that's well, not we, just as Black people, a lot of stuff that we see even going on right now, man. That we fight for this country, we give our all, and we come back to scrap, man. So sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Go ahead.
Yeah. I agree with you and all of that, and that does happen all too often. That while we are in the service, we're appreciated and we're held to a different light, and then once we're out, and it's back to reality, So, Vampire in Brooklyn. Now, bruh, this was Eddie Murphy's last movie to fulfill his contract with Paramount. So he was basically just trying to get out the contract. Like, I'm about to make my own bread, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all this movie. Now, he probably thought of it like, I'm just gonna go through the motions and make whatever. But actually, he stumbled across a monster, a jewel. So what Eddie's always been famous for is playing different characters to an absolute T. Like, he's able to just completely shift his whole persona. So from him being the Reverend, he was the Reverend. Then he was the little Italian stick-up guy in the movie, and he was also the vampire. So this dude really knocked it out the park. So what I love about the movie is it pushes Angela to really test her faith, because mind you, she had already a history of her mother was a vampire, and her mother was actually involved with Eddie at first, and then the daddy was in the Caribbean and wind up taking the mother from Eddie, and that's why Eddie came back for Angela, which was the daughter, to like get even. But the faith part was amazing to me because she came back to it. She always would come back to it. Even when she was getting pushed to the extreme, she would return back to that, and it reminded her who she was, and she wasn't the person that he was trying to turn her into. So great movie, hilarious movie. Kadeem Hardison?
Whatever one, doesn't matter. Harrison
doesn't matter.
Harley Davidson.
That doesn't matter. Hilarious dude. I think when he turned into the zombie, the ghoul, and he started falling apart and dropping everything, his eyeballs, and Opo was like, "You got the dropsies." Yeah, he had the fake hand because his hand had fell off, and he was pushing the limo with the fake hand. Yeah, so it had some classic moments to it. So hey, I'm gonna leave that one there. Twizzle, Pat.
I got one question about that.
Yeah.
That was the first time Eddie played multiple characters, huh?
Was it?
Yeah, we ain't never seen him do that before, huh?
Never? I don't know.
Never seen Eddie Murphy?
Ever seen Coming to America? Was there a movie called Coming to America?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Coming to America.
Oh, okay.
So, I was just saying it wasn't, you know what I mean? That wasn't original as far as that. We've seen that before.
He was on Saturday Night Live and did a little bit of that too, I think. But hey, haters don't hate.
Somebody else got a movie like that too.
He's trying to set you up already, Pat.
I'm sorry about that, guy.
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on here.
Zay shooting early. All right, hey, can we get a scorecard from Twice and from Pat? Twice. What you got?
Twizzle B, go ahead, Twizzle B.
Out the road was A on this one. DOP.
Dead presidents.
Just on GP.
Yeah, because I ain't seen DOP. What's that?
Forget the O. I was thinking. I was my bad. The O came out because I was thinking about Pat being O and whatever.
Oh, come on, bro.
I was about to say, that's a different version.
Come on, brother. That's the uncut version. That's all.
Hey, that's the one you buy when you come out the barbershop.
Mine was bootleg. The cover one, right?
For sure. They got an O in here.
Hey, dead old presidents. That's
oh man.
That's part
Hey, listen. This is tough right here, y'all. This is tough because what I like about Vampire in Brooklyn is Eddie took something that Hollywood was making serious, which was this whole vampire nonsense.
Right.
He took it and approached it from a comedic perspective with serious parts in there. And I mean, as an artist, I just think that was just poetry in motion right there. So I'm gonna have to go with Vampire in Brooklyn. I gotta go with Vampire in Brooklyn, man. I think it was more artistic to me than Dead President. Although the message in Dead President, I agree with you, was a very captivating message. But I'm gonna go with Vampire in Brooklyn.
We got another draw. We got another split decision. Look at that. Hey, I can respect that.
Because Q was scared and wouldn't fill in for.
We already know what's going on with Q.
Whoa! Shout out to Q. Q, where you at, Survivor?
Q ain't getting on this thing.
He didn't think he was gonna survive this, so he ain't participate.
Hey, did he win yesterday?
Nah,
Nah,
Who won
he
yesterday?
yesterday.
twice.
Young Twizzler.
Who won? TB?
Right.
Young
That's
Twizzler
who
from the
won.
bottom of the map.
That's who won.
When you win, you
Wow.
Hey, that didn't work out for Q. He stole dead Jardis and still didn't win.
Wow. Stevery still lost in that thing. Q,
Hey,
where you at?
They never prosper.
See how that worked though, class?
Q, where you at?
He stole the artist and lost. We tried to give him some good movies today, and he ain't want them.
He had some monsters. Oh well. All right, moving right along. Back up to Twizzle Bizzle. So look, you gonna throw Love Jones out there, or you gonna throw Friday and Pat? Man, I know you holding on to Bad Boys for the end, so I ain't even gonna ask you about that. So just go ahead and throw Nutty Professor in there, cause we know you ain't gonna get off of that till it's time to the final round.
Yeah, I think this whole thing is over with, man. To be honest, but I mean, I'm gonna go through the formalities of it. Mr. Twice, you want me to go first, sir?
I mean, you won.
Well, I mean, it was a split, but I came in.
Right.
I came in winning, so you right.
You see the champ, so
So
I'm gonna let you have it.
What I was saying is what he said. I got the Nutty Professor.
Okay.
I got the Nutty Professor.
Okay.
Who you sitting on, Twice? I know you're gonna throw out Love Jones. I know you ain't ready to go ahead and put that.
I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna save over Friday.
I got you. I'm
gonna go with Love Jones. So we can Love Jones because it's 10:32. Love Jones.
That's a smart move. That's
go ahead, Pat. Pat,
I mean, listen,
first.
man. We've already talked about it, man. The thing that Eddie built himself on was playing multiple characters. When you think about a movie with multiple characters that was a hit, at the top of that list is the Nutty Professor. So that's number one. The man did something that other people has done, but he did it the best ever. That's number one. Then just the scenes in there are just classic scenes where they were sitting at the table and they was passing gas and they said, "Who called my name?" "Yeah, I called your name if your name is." I mean, everybody I knew laughed at that. You know what I'm saying? It was just dead comedy. Then we got our boy in there doing stand-up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. My boy, later on, he got his own show, and they said he was on drugs, kicked him out the country, all that good stuff. So, I mean, it's just classic stuff written all over the movie to me that really, Love Jones ain't going to be able to, to really hold a candle to. Love Jones is some old sit-down poetry type of stuff. But, this was Eddie to me at the height of his comedy. I mean, the only thing I probably could compare the Nutty Professor to is like Beverly Hills Cop. But for me, at the height of his comedic career, you got the Nutty Professor. And I'll wait for a rebuttal if it's necessary.
I really be kind of disappointed in you when you go to talking, man, because I don't know if it's just your passion to want to win that you kind of sound like you hating, or if it's you just not don't really just pick up on quality as I thought you did, bro. Because you said that my movie, Love Jones, was nothing but a sit down poetry movie. Man, we talking about one of the dopest romances of our time. One of the dopest romances. What I like about it, what I like about it is it's two different, huh?
No, I hear you.
Okay, it's two different people with two different creative art forms, right? Yet those two different art forms made a connection. We're talking about a writer and a novelist who met at a Chicago club, and it was poetry that brought them together. How dope is that? Uh, they meet. My boy Lorenz Tate glides to the stage, and watch how smooth he is with it. He glides to the stage and he changed the whole name of his poem to a blues for Tina. One thing I liked about the movie, man, I thought was dope. Like I said, it was an expiring artist and it's expiring photographer. They come together over poetry. And when you look at romances, normally they take us to the beach. They take us to things like that. One of the things I liked about this movie is they took us to Chicago and showing us the romance. They showed us the Chicago nightlights, the skyscrapers. We was entertained through art forms, and I liked it because, hey, that's what we do. We're all artists. We create music. We create things that people like, and there was just so many versions of that in this movie. So I'm gonna rest my hat right there. And then you look at it like, hey, whenever you're doing something, things going good, we always say the enemy want to throw a monkey wrench in it, right? All of a sudden, Nina decides she wants to go to New York and see if things still popping with this ex-fiance. You know what I'm saying? So monkey wrenches always come, but we got to keep doing what we do. Love Jones.
Wow. Yeah, the movie just didn't hold a lot of people's attention twice. That's just the truth of it. But listen, what I'm gonna say about the Nutty Professor is this right here. You also see the inner struggle that the lead character had with Buddy Love. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's significant to point out too, because like I said with my first movie, we have these battles in Christianity. We have a battle with the inner us, you know what I'm saying? The old man, you know what I'm saying? That's Buddy Love right there. Want to get out, be a freak, do all the crazy stuff, right? That's Buddy Love. He's the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? He's everything that we want to be in the world, right? I'm going to that again. And then you got my man who has things going for him. He's smart, he's intelligent, he's a professor, but he don't like himself. You know what I'm saying? So I think just that struggle, especially for this generation today, fellas, I think we can all come around on this point, and then I'm gonna land my plane. This generation needs a type of movie that's really going to push them to embrace who they are. The scientist, be a scientist. Hey, go invent something, go create something. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. There's a whole lot of money out there and a whole lot of good things for you in that. And so I'm gonna land my plane on that and just say Love Jones just didn't hold our attention twice. I apologize for that.
I mean, Love Jones didn't make us laugh like Nutty Professor did, but you said you said something like the young folks looking for something, right? They need something. What they don't need to be is fake. Your boy drunk some potion to become Buddy Love. Buddy Love wasn't even real, man. I thought we wise men, we supposed to be authentic. That's some make-believe, drink some scientist potion, where Love Jones was dim lights, get on stage, speak your heart, captivate somebody's heart by what's flowing through yours. Pick up your camera, take pictures, make memories, all that good stuff, man. Now that's what the kids need. Some with substance. Use what God gave you to create something that people love. Love Jones wasn't as whack as you say it is, my brother.
Well, you did mention substance and potion. And if I'm not mistaken, when Lorenz Tate got up there and did his thing, he was off of substance and potion. So I just want to say that, a ball is a ball and a strike is a strike, if we're going to call him, sir. And I think that the Nutty Professor still uplifts the culture better than the Love Jones. Now I'm done, y'all.
The potion that he had was to be sociable. It was not to become somebody totally. He didn't change his name. He didn't become Buddy Love.
Give me a 20-minute timeout. Nobody want to give up this fight. This was a good fight. Zay, talk to me.
I was gonna ask who you got first, G.
You know what? The and me really appreciated Love Jones. I love their chemistry, but I honestly was leaning towards Love Jones until Pat's final argument regarding how Mr. Clump wasn't happy with himself. So he had to create like this alter ego to become something that he wasn't because he thought he would find happiness in that. The movie was just funny, but I didn't remember that specific context of it, which I think is really important with just being happy with who God made you. So I'm gonna have to vote for the Nutty Professor on this one.
Hey man, that was one of the funniest movies ever. to, like
It was hilarious.
That's when the character playing. That's when he's at his apex. He's at his best for sure.
He was at the kitchen table. He was pretty much everybody, right?
Yeah. He was everybody. I'm a romantic too. I'm a romantic too, though, man. It's tough for me because Love Jones. You know when they always tell you stuff.
June 13th.
When we younger and in love, they say if you love something.
June 13th.
He just gonna throw out a number.
That's a low blow, man. That's a low blow, man. Come on, man.
Swaying the judges.
If you love something, you let it go.
June 13th.
If it's real love, it'll come back. So you remember when you chased her down on that motorcycle?
I remember.
Get there, you know what I mean? And then at the end, there still was that little bit of light, you know, because they were separated but better in themselves, even though they wasn't trying to, man. That I love that aspect of the movie, but I think I am going to have to go with the Nutty Professor, though.
There it is.
Congratulations,
Pat got one. All right.
First time for everything, bro.
It really is. It really is.
Oh, brother, come on, Twizzle.
Hey, moving right along. Man, I'm about to get whooped on again. This is bad. Zay got a thin line between love and hate and set it off. And I'm holding these by you and the preacher's wife. I'm gonna go with the preacher's wife. Who are you gonna put out there?
That's the preacher's wife's pretty deep, man. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in Darnell.
Okay. Darnell was that dude.
I'm throw Darnell.
All right, you go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this. This was at the 8th. You know remember Crenshaw? When Crenshaw was popping. So this movie embodied that whole time, that our generation at that time, man. So the streets was popping, and for you to be somebody who was at that time, if you was a player, like you was
or club promoter, you was on
club promoter at the what was it, Chocolate City.
Chocolate City.
Come on, man. At Chocolate City, knowing you have that confidence, even though you got a girl at home. I've been through.
I've never experienced anything like that before.
Right, exactly.
June 13th.
Exactly. But it's just that adrenaline you get when you talk to a young lady, and she kind of brush you off, and you pop you feel me?
Like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, you pop your collar after you get rejected. That's how I was. Like, no, she ain't finna reject me. Let me come back over here. So you do make that extra effort to get this woman, and then you find out within a day that she's the clingiest person ever. Like we don't have no strings attached, and you get a phone call like, why you not answering your phone? Or get a text message. You know what I mean? Like a fatal attraction type of deal, man. But it just showed at the same time everything that he did, being a womanizer and whatnot.
They caught up with him.
He did catch up with him, but he still had that queen.
Yeah.
He still had his back, thick and thin. You know what I'm talking about? And I love that. That was Regina King, right?
Yeah, that was Regina.
beautiful Regina King. Woo! You know what I'm talking about?
Man.
Boys in the Hood, Regina King. Okay, so it just shows you it's parallel with what how God is, because God, no matter what, He know that we're gonna we go through things, we sin, we bump our head, but when we confide and trust in Him and be obedient, man, He will forgive.
And you got something waiting for you.
Got something waiting for you. This is the Captain Pack almost. That's almost, you feel me? That's how God. You throw it over here.
A dance move in there, okay.
You be
I can respect that.
And then you bring it back.
And then you bring it right back. I can respect it. And then you finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can. You know what I liked about that movie? I like the fact that he thought he knew what he wanted, because of aesthetically, she was attractive. She had a lot going on. So I remember he bought the little crystal bird for her or something. So he really went out his way to go after something that he thought he wanted. And I think men sometimes do that a lot, based solely on an aesthetic value. No type of connection spiritually or nothing. It's just, all this with their eyes. So I thought it was dope that it was a lesson in it that, sometimes you think you know what you want, but it ain't really that.
It what God wants.
Exactly. So I thought that was real dope. But I'm gonna put this on you. You ready? This is my argument. Can you hear?
I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. Long as I live, and troubles arise, I'll hasten to His throne. Oh, I love the Lord. I sure do. Surely do love the Lord.
Surely do.
He heard my cry, and He pitied every groan. Yes, He did. Every groan, long as I live, long as I live, and troubles rise, I'll listen to I'll hasten to His throne. I know I can go, oh Lord, I hasten to. See, I'm gonna run, Lord, you know I will. Hasten to His throne. Hey, now.
So what were you saying?
I was saying that was remarkable, but it is a movie, not a song contest.
That was part of the movie.
Yeah, that was part of the singing.
That was part of the. She was a singer in the movie.
Give me a line.
Hey, let's go to the judges.
No, hold on. I'm just one more thing.
Huh? What? Huh?
Who directed that movie, man?
It wasn't Eddie Murphy.
I was gonna tell you because you know
Okay.
you know who directed mine, right?
I'm gonna go with Spike Lee.
Go ahead, Pat.
Denzel Washington.
You got
No,
me.
Martin Lawrence
Oh,
co-written and directed that movie. All-time classic.
yeah. Very,
But
very.
Whitney, oh my goodness, Whitney.
She's an angel. She's the closest thing to an angel singing wise that I think we've ever experienced.
She definitely did.
You know what I love? You know what I love about that movie is that it shows you how when you're in ministry, sometimes you can get so caught up in the work that you forget about the people that support you.
Most definitely.
This man had forgot to take care of home because he was so caught up in doing the work, and you have to find time to take care of home. You have to.
No doubt. Hey,
what y'all think?
oh, you got a musical selection also, say?
No, I was listening. I was listening to the answers. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, man. It was an easy call when this thing started, and then he played Whitney, and I feel like, to be honest, it almost became. I'm trying to keep it about the preacher's wife because I just, when I heard Whitney, man, and I thought about her in that movie and just how talented of a sister, she was, man, and what she means to the culture. It kind of took me somewhere different, to be honest. So, if I'm being, a little unbiased and just making it about the movie, man, Thin Line Between Love and Hate was a banger, bro. It was a banger, man. I really enjoyed the way it ended. Not so much as the climatic part of it. Didn't really enjoy seeing Sis, being pushed to the brink the way she was. With her heart being played with, I think that's a very, very serious thing right there.
Very serious.
But I enjoyed that, kind of like you were saying, that from a Christian perspective, to me, it's like he ended up where he was supposed to be. Though I'm not trying to make that the movie Christian, but it's like he ended up where he was supposed to be. And we've talked about this amongst ourselves. It don't always work out like that. You know what I'm saying?
It don't.
It don't always come back like that. So, I'm kind of a sucker for those type of endings, man. So, for that reason, I'm going to go Thin Line.
Twizzle.
I forgot I was on mute.
I thought you was praying.
Just off, purpose, good argument. I had it in my mind that when I got to say something, I was just going to say Whitney.
Yeah,
the fact that I was going to say Whitney. I just got to go with Thin Line.
Got it. Good win.
Yeah, for sure.
Good win.
For sure.
I
agree with you twice.
That was well played, George.
Hey,
That
sometimes
well played, bro.
Sometimes you just gotta let the movie speak for itself.
I voted for it.
Yeah,
like literally.
I voted for Whitney too.
Whitney almost took me out of the fight night. I forgot we was fighting.
For real, bro. For real,
Hey.
for real, bro. It was It was about to shift into something totally different, bro.
If you talk about somebody ushering in the spirit, Whitney just had a gift. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever hear, someone with just that gift of just, man. I mean,
that
maybe
voice
up
was
and
from God.
For real.
I just don't know nothing right now. And there's some talented women.
But not her.
Yeah. It's the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, bro. That's a whole show within itself, man. That's a whole. Oh my goodness.
We
Why
needed
you
that.
do that for?
I think we needed that. I think sometimes you know what? Sometimes we run on fumes and we need to get refueled. And just that 3 minutes just now of worshiping and praising Him, Amen. We had a little mini praise break in the middle of the show. All right. So this is the fight right here. So I'm actually gonna spin this a different way. So what we have left on the board is Eve's Bayou, right? Or is that gone?
That's still there. It was a draw.
That's still there. So that was a draw between what you threw up against that. You threw up your the first one. What was your first one, champ?
Bats.
Bat.
No,
No.
no, your first one, Zay.
Oh, mine was Dead President.
Yeah,
Okay. So
DOP.
so since those was a split, I'm gonna get those off the board. We gonna keep the winners because we close. We close. So we got a thin line. Zay, you didn't do set it off yet, huh?
Didn't do Set It Off.
I concede.
So look,
Man.
I'm out the race. I'm out the race.
You got another
got-
movie?
Nah, it ain't even worth it. We just gonna go ahead. We gonna get for real. So we got Zay with a thin line, set it off. We got Pat with Nutty Professor and Bad Boys, and Twice got a Beast. Twice got Friday. So we holding off on Twice. Twice is the champ. We got to meet the champ in the round. So Zay, Pat.
Hey, can you hit repeat for me? I just want to hear that again.
No, we ain't got
Echo
time
on
for
it for you.
repeats.
I'm gonna put
We
an
don't have
echo
time
on it
for
for you
repeats.
too. So
We
look,
running show. The show running
It was-
show. We ain't got time for VPs.
Get him, Zay. Get him.
all right. So Pat,
Ooh, look at that there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But
That's
listen,
it.
man. Listen. I'm gonna go. Listen, the nutty professor is undefeated right now, sir. So I'm
It
gonna go
is.
ahead and put him back in the ring and see
All
what
right.
he
The
do.
other one, Pat.
Huh?
Bad Boys.
Oh, the other one. We don't even worry about that right now. You feel me? We don't even want to worry about that right now.
Zay, thin
Yes.
line or set it off.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go ahead and just kill them off. I'm gonna set it off real quick.
Set it off, Nutty Professor. Let's go.
Man,
Pat,
listen.
Pat, hop out there.
That don't even make no sense, bro. So listen, man. Listen. I'm still running with my argument, man. Eddie Murphy is, as far as we know in our generation, we can truly say he's the king of comedy. Now, Set It Off is a great movie. It's a classic of our generation. However, there aren't no queens in their era in that movie. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't dethrone a king. Definitely if you ain't got no champs like queens of their eras that you bring it to the table. So my thing is Eddie is the king. Eddie is the king. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm
Say
He
it
said
again.
Queen Latifah.
I'm sorry.
Queen Latifah. Who is that? What's her name?
Queen.
What's her name in the
Queen.
movie? What's her name in the movie? We going off the movie. So
Cleo.
yeah, my point right there, bro. So my thing is Eddie Murphy. He is the king. You can't dethrone the king. The man did what he did. That movie's a classic. It sold way more copies than Set It Off did. It did way better box office numbers and is known across the world way more than Set It Off. Set It Off just known in the hood, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up out there. And I love the hood. I ain't saying I'm against the hood, but Set It Off is a hood movie, and as a Christian man of God, I have to be global. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the global approach and say, once again, Nutty Professor on top. Go ahead, my man Zay, eat with your chest.
Hey,
Zay it with your chest.
Zay, what you? Hey, man, you got some valid points, man. But can I just let me just tell you the cast real quick, and then tell me, and then we're gonna do like a where are they now type of deal. That's it. I'm just gonna throw that up there. So you got Queen Latifah, familiar with her, right? Jada Pinkett Smith, y'all know who she is. Kimberly Elise, y'all know who she is. Vivica A. Fox, you know who she is. And then you had a mixture of guys, getting cameos, man, just starting their careers as well, or in music, and just everything. Like so you had Black Sam up in there. Y'all remember Black Sam?
Mm-hmm.
You knew who that was played by, right? Dr. Dre.
Yep.
Yeah, first billionaire in music. Yep. Do you remember what was the dude? I want to say Darryl or Darnell in the beginning of the movie that robbed Vivica Bank. You know what that was? That was Dub C, formerly of the West Side Connection.
The West Side Connection.
So that was just some of the cast that we had up in here, man. But the movie was so impactful. It was just like I forgot when you brothers was talking about a movie. It did well in the beginning, but it made way more money after the fact.
Once it got home.
It was
a
before its time and ahead of its time, but right on time. That movie was, man, because it had everything up in it. It had camaraderie, it had family, it had loss of loved ones. It had ecstatic moments when it came on where Jada Pickett's brother was supposed to be going to UCLA, man. So it was a 70s graduation party or 80s graduation party, something like that, man. They all grew up in the projects, and I don't know, man. It was just the independence of the women, them being objectified, being used by men. Everybody was. It was just a lot. Feminism, sexism, everything, man. She had to make that money for her brother to get that tuition into UCLA.
Yeah.
And the car salesman guy, I forgot his name. So it was that type of stuff all day. The boss that had the cleaning business, just degrading the women, talking to them crazy. So this was a movie where they claimed their independence, man, and they held the power. It wasn't like, oh, they just did something and it was okay. They took that power and ran with it, and they held their own future, man, with what they were doing. They weren't taking no for an answer. So they was running. They were the men in this movie.
Great
points. Dope to me.
Great points. Twice.
I'm a roll with Zay.
I see the look on Pat's face. He think that was a...
Nah, it was just that set it up. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, we got some more background music. Hey, George, before you make your decision, man, I just really think set it off. The most popular scene, think about it. The most memorable scene in Set It Off was a young sister who we came to love in the movie because of her ambition, going out in a blaze of glory. And I'm just saying, it's a poetic scene, but it's something that we've seen too many times before. So let's let that be in the past. Set it off.
Would you consider that or Training Day the more dramatic scene when Lonzo finally got caught up with?
See, here's my thing about Training Day, though. There was never sympathy for Alonzo.
You see how he didn't answer your question?
I am answering the question, brother. Twice you already cast your vote. There was never sympathy for Alonzo. So when Alonzo got what he had coming, everybody was like, well, you know, unless you were just rooting for the bad guy, you was like, hey, that was coming. The thing about the Queen, you know what I'm saying?
PSLP said I already cast my vote like he ain't already fought for his movie.
Right.
Hey, listen.
But I want to say this though. One of the things I really liked about Set It Off, and I've already voted, but really how when old girl, I can't think of her name, how something was going on with the baby and she didn't make that heist. How although Cleo didn't want to, them other sisters was like she needed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, Vivica didn't want to give it up. I just wanted to give some poetic justice in that movie though, man. Because in the beginning, if y'all remember when the bank was robbed, the officer, the detective came to her and he was like, well, I tell you what, no, what'd he say? He said, what is the procedure when there's a gun to your head? Remember that? Mm-hmm. And at the poetic justice at the end of that movie, Jada Pinkett said the same thing. I mean, Vivica said the same thing to him before she ran and got killed herself. And she had the gun to his head. Remember that? That poetic justice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I would say two things. I think Nutty Professor is obviously the funnier and more popular movie. Mm-hmm. But definitely. I would say Set It Off did have some issues that were addressed that are all too much of a common theme. growing up that we see, the women having to bear burdens with the absence of the men and having to do things that are not necessarily within their character to survive. I don't recall another movie like that, to be honest with you. I don't. I'm trying to think of one, and I can't think of another movie where it empowered, women from that demographic, and it was just kind of like, you know what, we done. We're going to, like Zay was saying, we're going to transfer that power into our hands. So I gotta go with Set It Off.
Whoa! I thought you were saying it that. Whoa! What happened? Okay, all right.
You thought it was a butt?
Yeah, I thought he was going with the losing one first, and then he'll come with the winning one.
That's what he been doing. He been hitting us with that butt, and he been switching it up.
Yeah,
he switched it up.
He switched it up right there.
I can say Set It Off had an amazing plot behind it. Amazing plot. So look, we gonna get this show on the road. And
let's just put everybody in the ring together. Let's put everybody in the ring
together. That ain't how it went last week.
It's only one pick left for everybody.
Okay.
Let's just put everybody in the ring together.
So
and see who come out the winner.
Pat got Bad Boys.
I guess that is only fair. You got
Zay got two. Zay still holding two. So
yeah, we ain't gonna go to midnight though.
No, we gonna.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's just put everybody in right
movies in the pot.
No, this is Royal Rumble. So look,
gotcha.
Zay, you want to throw in Thin Line or Set It Off? If I was you, I would go with Thin Line because Set It Off just barely skinned by Nutty Professor. So it may be a little bit bruised and battered still.
I doubt it. I'm gonna go with
because I'm the deciding vote. So.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, I'm gonna decide. So look, y'all got 1 minute each. Y'all on the clock. It's 11:05. We're gonna wrap this thing up by 11:10. Twice. Friday. Go.
Man, we talking about Smokey. We talking about Craig. We talking about Pops, Felicia, D-Boy, Big Worm, Big Worm. We talking about Mr. How do you get fired on your day off? He gets fired on his day off, and that glides into chilling with his homeboy, which his homeboy incriminates him. He gets him twisted up in some foolishness, right? One of the big things that got me is it's Friday. It's the day he's supposed to chill and relax. It's supposed to be one of the best days of the week. His Friday was actually horrible. One of the things that really gets me in this movie, do y'all remember how much money he even owed Worm?
$100.
$200.
That's what it was all for.
Why was it so hard to come up with $200?
It was difficult. Hey, time.
He almost
Zay.
like
that wasn't no minute.
That was two. That
was over a minute, brother.
Zay, hit him.
I'm just saying. Do you remember when in the scene when they were in Chocolate City and Bobby Brown was doing the auditions? He was dancing with all the women up in there, man.
I do.
Do you remember that? Do you remember how funny that was? Do you remember Martin being tied up, eating a cake like Anime Bullock with a 22, with a girl with that 22 pistol to his head, man?
That was hilarious.
Do you remember all the aspects and angles that was captured through that movie from the eye of a comedian? First of all, one of the greatest comedians that ever touched a microphone and directed. I don't know anybody else who directed a movie as great as that. As far as a comedian, a comedian. Eddie Murphy haven't even done that, man. So he directed that cast. Awesome.
That's tough.
Done deal.
That is tough. All right, Pat, bring us home. Bad Boys for Life.
Yo. Mike Lowry, my man. Ladies, man, but he had a serious side to him. One of his ladies that he used to mess with got chipped off. We seen the boy go into action. We seen his heart come out. His partner, my man Martin was married. You know what I'm saying? He did everything he could to make sure that he kept his woman at the top of the pyramid. He was even debating retiring a couple of times because he just wanted to be there for his wife. And then I'm gonna say this right here, y'all, and I'm gonna kill it off. Bad boys. What you gonna do? Gonna do when it come for you.
Hey,
under a minute.
Right. Under a minute. Look, this was difficult because I loved all three movies. I thought all three of them are excellently directed. You can watch them over and over again, and they're always exciting to watch. Out of the three, the weakest out of the three is A Thin Line. So I got to get rid of A Thin Line first. Even though it's a great movie, it's not a Friday. It's not a Bad Boys. Out of those two. Hey, but no, Zay went out swing. Zay had some money, and he actually gave up a chip. So, honorable mention to Zay. Zay held it down. Out of the two, they both had spinoffs. They both had trilogies. So they obviously held their value in the community. They were two different perspectives. Bad Boys was like this Miami, fast cars, expensive money, yachts, boats. And Friday was in the hood with low riders and ice cream, trucks and Debo and messages in it. Friday was we can live past a moment. Don't get out here and kill nobody just because this is a split second anger decision. You get out there, put your dukes up, and you can win with these. Bad Boys, what it showed us is that a relationship with a brother who really got your back has no limits. It has no boundaries. They say we ride together, we die together. So it's a coin toss. And the only reason that I'm going to lean in favor of Bad Boys is because cinematically, I don't know if I've ever watched a movie that was just that beautiful to watch.
If you take it there, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, it was just looking at that thing.
You know what I was banking on, though?
What's that?
You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight
another day. Another day.
That had a lot of morale.
Yeah, cinematically, that's Tay's favorite movie. Like,
it's beautiful.
Mine is Life and hers is Bad Boys. It's
wow.
It's that. And then Dan Marino came out in that thing.
Didn't he though? In the Cadillac. Right. When they was dropping the bodies.
Mr. Miami himself.
Hey, Pat, you are champion this week.
Finally.
Great fight.
Man, listen.
Great fight.
Get used to seeing his face here, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody meet Lazarus.
Right, now rose from the dead. Hey, so we gonna see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, excellent work, guys. It was beautiful. Zay, you gotta win sooner or later, bro. You gonna win something.
Wait a minute, hold on. But I don't lose my other joint.
No. You set it off. It's still in your pocket.
Okay, yeah, you can hold on and set it off.
Yeah, you can carry that on the next week.
You can hold on and set it off.
Yeah, that ain't.
I'll knock that off at another time.
Ain't nobody knocking that off, bro.
Hey, life might have the answer to that one. Hey, we'll see y'all next week, same time, same channel. Wise men, get it in. Man. Peace. Love y'all.
God bless y'all. God bless.
Peace.
God bless.